Hi, this is Brittany Herrera with CIT 360. I'm going to be going over the HTTP URL connections for my familiarity review. All right, let's begin. So what is HTTP URL connections? It's something that Java uses in order to read from and write to external sources. The HTTP URL connection class is directly extending the URL connection, and it includes all the functionality of the parent class with more specific features. The HTTPS URL connection is different and is used for more secure protocol. And here is the syntax of how you would go and create the connection. And the methods that the HTTP URL connection uses are the get, post, options, head, put, delete, and trace. Okay, so when we're making applications and we need to get into external sources, we use these requests so that we can access that information. The top right here, the hello world, when we're in our application, we want to get to this source, and so that's what pulls up. And then when we get the when we request the login page, that pulls up, and when we edit it, that is when we use the post request so that we can view what is what the user inputs there. All right, so there is lots of different resources on how to build different connections. I'm going to, so here's actually me and a former team. We did the Oregon Trail in Java. One thing that we could do here is, and based on reading from this particular website, you can code in and make sure you import these things. How to download a file. So if I'm on Oregon Trail and I get to a point and maybe I need to download the rules, or maybe it's a map, things like that. If I'm building a program, this will help you actually download the file and not just like a source. And this website has the framework or the code already displayed on how to do that. So, and when you have done that successfully, then your responsibly file downloaded or no file downloaded. And then at the end here, disconnect. I thought that would be helpful when working on the Oregon Trail. We're done with that class, and so that's something we didn't implement. But I could see how, that is something that different applications can use and benefit from. Now, as far as other HTTP URL connections, like going to Facebook, going to maybe bank accounts, going to eBay, and all of that, that's all done through these HTTP URL connections. So when you send a GET request, it accepts only the URL string. And when you send the POST request, it accepts the URL string. And it also has a hash map containing the post parameters. So I took that code here just as an example, because if you want to start creating something, then you can create the link. I could have used, like I said, maybe I wanted to link up the Oregon Trail and go to a different, I don't know, website. I guess I could use that code, but I just kind of used his code here. And in this case, I said I wanted to go to BYU. And here's if this is true, then we want to read the server's response, and false will be that it's a GET request. Also here, when we're sending the POST request, true indicates that the server returns the response. And then here, if it's not null, true indicates a POST request. And returns only one. Okay, so sometimes when the server has multiple lines, this is done a little bit differently. I took what he had and I just basically edited the response a little bit. But this was if the server returned one line string. And then over here he shows that if it has multiple lines of string, then you need to actually put it up like this, and put this as the exception. And then this is how you would close the connection. So this HTTP URL connection is very helpful when building applications, so that you can access other sources, edit them, and things like that straight from your application. I really enjoyed learning about this, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Bye.